Gilbertson?
Aye.
Thompson, yes. Entertain motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Daley, seconded by Paulson, to approve the consent agenda. Daley?
Yes.
Durand?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Gilbertson?
Aye.
Thompson, yes. Okay, customers to be heard and/or recognitions, Mr. Schmidt. Okay.
Sorry about that. They're having a feed issue, so it looks like it's working now.
Great.
All right, so recognitions. I do have one recognition tonight. Greg Gustafson, he's one of our lead linemen. He's got 5 years of service with us. We hit a milestone anniversary on the 13th.
Wonderful. Any other recognitions by the commission? Seeing none, we'll move on to old business. Any old business anyone wants to bring up? Okay. Number 8, report, City Council, Mr. Gilbertson.
I have nothing new to report.
Okay. 8B, Public Service Commission. Nothing? Okay. 8C, General Manager's Report, Mr. Schmidt.
Sure. We have some items under the General Manager's Report. A majority of that is the third quarter strategic plan update. Again, our strategic directions are community, our team, water, electric, finance, and innovation. And I've got a pretty detailed report of what occurred during the third quarter. Again, I'd like to just key in on the matrix itself. We've got a 2-page matrix that has our second year accomplishments on there. Majority of those are in process or completed. We got a couple of them that we're still looking at or working on. Some of those might get pushed to next year as well, just due to the timing of the year. Some of these that are even put on there as in progress are also somewhat completed already, but there's still things could occur or we could do more yet before the end of the year, especially with the community engagement side of things as well. So overall, I think we're in a good spot. Once you see the fourth quarter updates in January/February, you'll see a majority of those turn to green, which means they've been completed. The other part of the matrix is the key performance indicators. So usually within the dashboards, we put all of how the last quarter went or quarter 3 went. Again, our purchase power costs were up, but we're also selling more power as well to our customers. So that usually works out well. Let's see, we've got zero carbon. We approved that during the third quarter, or 100% net zero carbon. We approved that during the third quarter as well. Again, outages are another piece that we put on there as well. The one thing on the water side you're going to see is chemical costs have been going up throughout the year. We are seeing a little bit higher hardness in the water in the red compared to last year at this time. So that's usually what equates to the increased use and cost for chemicals as well. We've had some water main breaks over Q3 more than last year. Last year we had about 6. This year we got about 11. Overall, if you look at the overall financial side of things, we are about $2.5 million above budget or ahead of budget on the electric side, and about $800,000 on the water side. So we're doing well on both of those, on those for budgets as well too. So other than that, we did not have any injuries during the third quarter, and then we've got all our social media stats on there as well. We did also receive an award from American Public Power Association, so we got our Smart Energy Provider Award. We got that on November 13th as well. And again, that designation is a 2-year designation. This is the second time we've received that, so kudos to the MPS team and working to be a smart energy provider through APPA. So other than that, that's all I got.
That's a lot.
A lot of good news.
Good
Yeah,
news.
Exactly. All right.
Should say, we did have our strategic planning meetings for next year last week, so we'll be bringing forth some items to the commission on the December 19th meeting for you to approve for the third year of accomplishments.
Any
Quick-
questions?
Yeah, I have one for Travis. Any particular reason for the increase in water main breaks or just aging infrastructure?
Jake, you want to come up and answer that?
I didn't want to put anybody on the spot.
We have had a little bit drier than normal fall. I would say that might be part of it, but I'll let Jake speak to it.
Jake Long, Water Distribution Supervisor. I don't know if there's any particular reason, more or less than last year. Probably just still the cast iron water main is old infrastructure, so it kind of never know where they're going to pop up. But we're taking care of bad streets that we have, and our replacement plan is in a good spot. So I'm not sure they're anything other than maybe a little bit of bad luck.
Thank you, Jake.
Yep.
One good thing to note too is that the water distribution crew did replace about 1.7 miles of water main this year, and they finished that up just here towards the end of Q3. So that was more than our strategic plan goal of 1.25. So we got a little further than normal, but again, remember last year we were a little short as well too because of city projects. So
Right.
So working together over the 2 years, it probably a little more than strategic plan, strategic goals.
Any other
Thank you.
questions for Travis and team? Okay, I'd entertain a motion then to accept the general manager's report.
So moved. Second?
I have a motion by Gilbertson, seconded by Paulson, to accept the general manager's report. Daley,
Yes.
Duran,
Yes.
Gilbertson,
Aye.
Paulson,
Yes.
Thompson, yes. Item number 11, amended policy on sponsorships and marketing. Mr. Schmidt.
Yep, I will speak to this. So last March 2022, we approved a new policy on sponsorships, and have been continuing to look at policies over the last year. One of the policies we were looking at doing was a marketing policy as well, but after working with Flaherty and Hood and staff, it looked to be easier just to combine the sponsorships and marketing into one policy. The overall review really kind of changed the policy. There was some information that Flaherty and Hood had found that required us to change how we looked at the policy. So before it was based on statute. They found that the statute didn't technically apply to us, so they've removed that language from the policy as a suggestion. Again, previously we had the requirement of $50,000 annually for sponsorships. Marketing kind of ties into that thing as well too. And so they basically combine sponsorship and marketing into one. Again, our recommendation is to keep it at a $50,000 limit. It's reasonable, and not, even though we're not required by statute, that was the dollar amount that was required by statute. So again, there's a lot of changes within the overall policy. We did also include the administrative policy, which is really the guidelines that myself and staff follows as we get these requests in for sponsorship or marketing, making sure that those requests are adhered to, or they adhere to our requirements as well. With that, overall, it's cleaned it up a lot. There's a lot of changes in it as well, but it's a good step to move forward from, so that marketing is also included in our sponsorship policy.
Thank you, Travis. Any questions? So just to clarify, the 50,000 is both marketing and sponsorships?
As a
Okay.
total. Yep. And then so the way the sponsorship policy worked is the commission still had final authority to approve all the sponsorships. I review them and then recommend them, yes or no to you guys for final approval. That all stays the same. I do have the authority on the marketing. Again, most of that's going to be radio, ads, things like that,
Sure.
magazines, newspapers, stuff like that. So a lot smaller dollar amount.
Okay. What did we spend last year? Do you know? I'm sorry, I don't want to put you on the spot. I did, though.
2022, we did not spend anything on sponsorships. This year, of course, we spent $2,500 on the MBA. Marketing was probably in that $2,000 to $5,000 range. It wasn't a lot.
Sure.
Getting a thumbs up from Mark. He says
Thank you. Okay, any other questions? Entertain a motion then to approve the policy.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
We have a motion by Paulson, seconded by Duran, to approve amended policy on sponsorships and marketing. Any further discussion? Seeing none. Daley,
Yes.
Duran,
Yes.
Gilbertson,
Aye.
Paulson,
Yes.
Thompson, yes. Okay. Item number 13, executive session. This meeting will now be closed for executive session. Pursuant to Minnesota Statute 13D.05 Subdivision 3B for discussion with the city attorney regarding participation in the PFAS class action litigation. Do we expect any action to be taken?
not this evening.
Okay, so no further action is expected in open session. Therefore, we will adjourn upon conclusion of executive session. Entertain a motion to close the meeting for executive session.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Daley, seconded by Paulson, to close the meeting for executive session. Daley,
Yes.
Duran,
Yes.
Gilbertson,
Aye.
Paulson,
Aye.
Thompson, yes. Meeting's now closed.